those of you who don't know me, Drew Stacy, First Place Bank. All right, let's get into these. Oh, and also one thing I wanted to mention. So this is one thing I do a lot. Somebody wants to buy a $400,000 house and they want to do a bunch of work to it. So they're trying to buy it cheaper. Here's what we try to get them to do a lot of times. It saves them money with contractors. Don't do a rehab loan. Put 5% down on the $400,000, save the extra 20 or 15% you were going to put down on the house, and use that toward your construction. That's a huge, huge percentage of people that use those 5-10% down deals.
Because most people always have more than 20% down.
Correct. So rather than putting all your money into the house, put 5% to get the house, and then you can fund it yourself. Not worry about paying extra interest on money from the bank. They love that idea. And they love having the idea of them controlling their own money versus the bank having to give them a draw. Huge. Now, generally when you guys send them to me, I'm the one recommending that. You guys don't have to, but a lot of times people don't even know where to begin or will rule houses out because they don't even know that kind of option exists.
Instead of putting 20% down on the price of their home, you're suggesting if they know they're going to be getting into like clearly it's a whole kitchen rehab.
And if they want to do it, that's fine.
Whatever.
This is just another nice
Put
option
less
we lay out
down
there.
and use this savings reserves.
Correct.
To just
do the
Pay it
project.
out
do the
themselves.
project that way. But then interest rates versus putting 5% down versus 20% down.
They're going to be a little bit more doing the
Charge.
5%, so then that's their call. That's their call. Oh, this is another option for us. That's all it is.
And you can compare that really quickly to a construction loan, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the construction loan's gonna be even more expensive.
Construction loans will be more
But
expensive.
construction loan's gonna be a pain.
And also when you do it, actually, you know what, I take that back.
They're-
Rates actually aren't going to be
A
any
pain
different.
to-
A pain in
You know
the-
what, Paige, rates aren't going to be any different because I forgot construction loan rates are a teeny bit higher, so they end up being almost exactly the same. When I pitch this deal to people, I
5%
would say
down
90% of the
versus
people that are doing that take it. Take the 5 or 10% down and just fund it themselves.
Because even like with the 2 and 3K, I mean, my understanding of that is you've got to submit everything up front, it's all going to be approved, it's
Sure.
da-da-da-da, and then they give you a draw, right? I mean,
Correct.
there's
I'm
something
about to
like-
go through those right now. Hopefully you'll get it. 2 or 3K is a construction loan done by FHA. That's all it is. Let me tell you a couple things here to help you out, what 2 or 3Ks are not for. If someone wants less than $5,000, probably even less than $8,000 done to the house, don't do a 2 or 3K. I've heard people wanting to do 2 or 3K so they can get peeling paint done. No. That's not what a 2 or 3K is for. That is not conducive to your
What would
time
you do
or the
for-
borrower's fees. I mean, they're going to pay that in fees.
What would you do for peeling paint if they're doing FHA and the seller, you can't get the seller to do it?
Just figure something out. Not that, not a 2 or 3K. It's going to charge them more in fee.
There are
than-
no other options that you can think of?
I mean, that's honestly, you guys are better than that than me. I don't do the contract, that's you guys. Try to probably find a way to either reduce the sales price or maybe less
But I
closing
thought
costs
with
getting to the
FHA,
seller.
you couldn't have peeling paint.
Well, you can't. If you're giving $3,500 worth of cost, we'll say, well, all right, fine. If you want us to take care of it, $3,000. I'm just telling you things I commonly see. I think you're confused.
I thought you couldn't get an FHA loan if there was peeling paint, if the house was built before 1976.
Well, you can't. So what they'll try to do is build that and say that's what we're going to repair. We're going to close on this 2 or 3K FHA and fix the paint and do a 2 or 3K loan for $500. That's not a good idea. It's just a small little thing I'm telling you is not a good idea. So 2 or 3K, it is a construction loan for FHA. Let me break down how most of them work. Somebody's buying a $120,000 house, needs a ton of work, that's fine. Doesn't have a kitchen, whatever, that's all fine, because we're going to build that into it. Let's say they're going to do $25,000 worth of work, so we have a $125,000 loan that they need to put 3.5% down on. The max they can do is $35,000, but they have to have contingency reserves. So really their max is like $31,000 worth of repairs. A lot of people will tell you there's unlimited. That's not the case. If it was unlimited, then people would be buying $10,000 houses and putting 200 grand into them. FHA is not backing loans like that.
So $120,000 property, putting in 25 grand.
just an example, I mean, it could be 200, putting in 30 grand, this is just an example. One I just did the other day, it's a $50,000 property, he's putting in 25, so $75,000 loan amount. Here's how the deal works. You do the purchase contract for this right here, this is all you guys worry about. This deal is technically get you guys paid faster. I worry about then this contract. There's two contracts that come into play here. These two right here, I get both these and they equal our total deal here. You guys' contract, the contract for the work.
Construction.
Here's a common thing that happens, so I don't even lock these loans in until I get this right here. A lot of times the builders are not very fast on getting that or getting the signatures to you. You know, it takes them a little bit of time. So what I tell them is, get this from the day you guys lock these in, 60 days. I mean, I have two people helping me out on top of this. I mean, Kim's worked with me on them, Brian and Justin, they're on it. It just takes 60 days, almost all of them. Because to get this work together.
That's the piece. Yeah,
That's the piece right there.
paint.
This
Yeah.
deal, I could have it done in 10 days.
Yeah.
It's that piece right there. Has to then get approved through a 2 or 3K with FHA. Contracts, we look at them, a lot of times they need a little bit of changing, but that's it. But that's honestly a simple deal. But it helps you out with houses that, you know, need so much work that it's either one of these or a cash buy. So when you know this option's out there, you know, it's a good option to have. Most other lenders, I have received deals from other lenders that they've been working on them for 90 days and can't close in 3 months. I mean, I know if I get a deal right away if we close it or not, and I don't have enough time to work on deals that are not closing.
That $25,000 loan, you're not adding that back in. You're paying that off a separate loan.
No, it's all in one.
So it's 140, are you?
No, it's $125,000 total price, and then obviously this is the final number we do the 3.5% from. So you need 3.5% of the 125, and you're all set. I don't actually lock the loan in or take it until I get this right here, which generally comes 15 days after you guys get this contract, because no one is already talking to them. That's just the way people work. They're not already thinking ahead to get a contractor out to the house. That's just human nature at this point.
Is this an FHA loan?
Yes.
So it's 3.5, let's say they put 3.5% down, which is what, $4,000, I guess?
Mhm.
So it's that's $115,000 on the loan from FHA.
And then what, 121 or 120 or so.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Adding, oh, you add, no, I don't.
You add these two. Shit, my bad.
Okay.
I added this thing wrong to begin with.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's what
145,
makes
sorry.
sense.
Yeah,
All right.
139,000.
There we
Sorry,
go.
sorry.
We're all, didn't want to be the.
You guys okay now? Sorry, I should have been simple
Come
math.
on.
Add these two together to 145 loan amount
Total
total.
loan amount.
It's, we'd act like it's a
And
normal
3.5%.
FHA now, 3.5% down.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I don't even know how you guys would have figured that out in your head.
Okay.
I
So that's why we're
It didn't.
Yeah.
staring like
Didn't figure
one.
out.
So
My
like
brain
you
hurts.
said then, it's gonna be 3.5% of this, which, you know, top of my head, what's $5,500, something like that. So your loan amount is 139-ish. That simple. Same low credit scores apply, 640.
3.5% down.
You got it. They want to put more, great. It can be a gift. A lot of times in these situations, the parents will see the house, like the fact there's a deal there, give them the percentage to get down, deal's done. Just be a
How long
little
does
bit
that
patient.
FHA take to get the appraisal back?
Well, we can't do the appraisal. This is, now you're getting into the holdup. I can't do the appraisal until I get this bad boy right there.
Right.
A $25,000 contract, because the appraiser has no idea what he's looking at.
Correct.
You generally, here's a nice thing with these, you generally do not have any issues with appraisals with these.
You would think you would, because.
You
No,
would.
you don't. I just had one on Mark
Because
Wright.
it's FHA.
A young couple. They bought the house for 150. I don't even know what their construction loan was, but the biggest holdup was getting the proper paperwork from the contractor. The proper paperwork comes in, then you're just running appraisals on a house that has those amenities in it.
You got it.
I mean, the young couple's not gonna,
Okay.
they're making a smart buy, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But, you know, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with a garage, on and on and on. It's kind of easy math,
If they're adding on rooms, otherwise, I guess you're updating.
No, they weren't adding.
Well, no, they don't need to add on.
Oh, no,
These are,
Just
yeah,
updating?
updating.
Okay.
Had
Whatever
paneling
it is.
everywhere,
That's
carpet.
Because
it
you
was-
gotta keep in mind, a lot of times these
Yeah.
houses are depressed in price because they're out of date. So a lot of times bringing them up to date brings the value up. Is everybody good? Sorry about the one, I knew that guy threw you off right through the entire time. But you get it now that it's 145 page.
Yeah, so again, it's just a case of like contractually, we're saying, okay, we're buying the house at 120, so we get that locked and loaded with regard to the loan and through you. And then you're going in good faith and getting the additional 220 or whatever it is.
Put in an LIP account.
So,
It's like
right,
construction
like an
account.
escrow account in essence.
They don't pay on two loans, it all
And so
gets
it's not
combined in one.
necessarily a second mortgage. You've got one
Not at
mortgage
all.
at 145.
Your total loan, then after you put your
Okay.
3.5% down,
139.
will be 139 XXX, whatever that is. There it is, regular FHA loan. And then what you do is, bring it all together. 6 months from then, you refinance it, because they'll have equity at this point, into a 5%. No MI deal.
Out of FHA, you get.
Government loves us because the loans aren't in their books. That's why they've created this product out there, because FHA gets more and more expensive. I'm not trying to confuse you guys, but that's how you see coming to guys like us. We know how to get them into what they want and then take care of them after that.